Following the successful takeover of many school boards across the country, conservative groups are now looking to replicate that success in public libraries. Now, the group Moms for Libraries, which is an offshoot of Moms for Liberty, they have geared up to take advantage of the recent rash of book bannings by conservative politicians and conservative school boards to replace them with books that promote their own worldview. So now they're doing it in what seems to be at first an innocuous way, saying, "Oh, no, we're donating these books to our local libraries, because there are these libraries that just kids aren't reading enough nowadays, and we really need to get them back into the reading spirit. So here's this book kissing Elon Musk's ass." I kid you not, that is one of the books that they're selling, or I should say donating. Moms for Libraries has been getting their supporters to purchase copies of books from conservative publishers. One publisher, called Heroes of Liberty, released a book early in December that gushed about Elon Musk. I'd say, thank God for Elon Musk, because he loves freedom and liberty so much. Cringe. Moms for Libraries said in January that it would be distributing the book to students across the U.S. Now, look, I don't care. It's a goofy book, right? Do I think it should be banned from libraries? No. Again, it's goofy. Like 12 people are going to read it across the entire country. Elon Musk, still a dork, but not in a good way. And so I don't think anybody's really impressed with him anymore. Although maybe you still have to be like 13 and very ignorant of the world to be impressed by Elon Musk. Or like super, super into Dogecoin. That's it. Hey, you know what? You love Elon Musk? Go ahead. Have fun. It's like your opinion, man. But the issue here is libraries banning other books and then replacing those books that often deal with, racism, LGBTQIA themes, and other important themes like coming of age, for example, replacing those books with Elon Musk. It seems a little ridiculous to me. All right. And that's my problem. Conservative books. Okay, you want to write a conservative book from your perspective, and you want it to be put in a library. I don't care. That's what libraries are for. They're for books. Fine. I don't see anything objectionable to that. I would tend to put most of those conservative books in fiction in that section. But again, to be clear, not in favor of banning books. The people who ban the books the most, right-wingers. Now, that said, sometimes libs do it too. For example, trying to ban books that have certain offensive words in it because, well, they don't fit the times anymore. They said these things, these words, and they were fine back in those days, but our modern sensibilities can't handle it anymore. No, just let them in the library. It's fine. It's fine. Let's not ban the books, okay? Let's not ban the books. But understand that is not the same as what the right wing's been doing. The right wing has been doing moral panics. Tons of moral panics. The latest about drag queens. Drag queen story out. Okay? That's what's going on. And so they get into power using moral panics. Another good example here is, remember the lie about cat boxes in schools for furries? Oh yeah, the students identify themselves as cats, and it's obviously why. These teachers are going too far by putting litter boxes in the classroom so they can use. Not true at all. Not true at all. Never happened. It's just completely false. Never happened at all. Doesn't matter. It even got on Joe Rogan's show, where he's like, "Oh yeah, did you hear about those? Hear about those cat boxes in the classrooms?" Later on, he had to apologize for that. So no, it's ridiculous, right? And it's a good example of coming up with these weirdo moral panics in order to get yourself into power. And that's what happened all over the country with all these school boards. And so now what's also funny is, look, they do these moral panics, claim that they're being censored, when really they're not. One recent example is Kirk Cameron. Now, this has to do with the library, right? He actually recently complained that the library system in Indianapolis was discriminating against him because he's a Christian. What? Yeah. He said, well, you wouldn't host a promotional reading for my book. Indiana Public Library says, actually, no. Outside publishers are very welcome to rent rooms for promotional programs, which is kind of different than the Drag Queen Story Hour, right? But still, you can rent a room from an outside group, right? If you're an outside publisher and you want to do your book thing, just rent a room. Turns out Brave Books had already rented a room for the event, and the event happened. There was no discrimination against, Kirk Cameron, or especially against Christianity. But Cameron created a fake outrage about being discriminated against, which, again, he wasn't. And then afterwards, when he had done his event, he then did a victory lap saying, I beat the censorship. I beat the discrimination. Look at me. It's ridiculous. But for people like Kirk Cameron, it's as much of a personal branding exercise than it is, about preventing the spread of knowledge. Both things, though, are on their radar. They don't want people to have different points of view. They don't, want other people to learn about other things that are contrary to their point of view. That's why they claim discrimination, so they can discriminate. So, no, but here's the thing. When people do not have access to knowledge, real information, or, have been, I should say when they don't have access to knowledge and real information, you have two things that take its place: propaganda and religious indoctrination, otherwise known as Christian nationalism. There is a reason that in the old days, the elites and the clergy were the only ones allowed to read. There's a reason that right-wing governments burn the books. There's a reason that they all hide behind the children in order to get away with burning and banning the books. We're just here to protect the kids. We're protecting the kids from indoctrination and propaganda. No, true knowledge is power, and the far right does not want to share that power. It is antithetical to their aims. As the American Library Association's president, Emily Drabinsk, who, by the way, is a target of Moms for Liberty and now Moms for Libraries, here's what she noted last September, quote, what the right gets right about libraries is that they matter, and that any vision of a fully privatized and corporatized society, sound familiar, requires dismantling those institutions that have survived, if barely, from the Reagan era until today. She's 100% right. Again, those who fail to learn history are doomed to repeat it, which is why we need to absolutely defend our public places of learning and the knowledge and viewpoints that they contain. If we lose that, well then, if we lose, fascism wins. It's as simple as that.